Greetings, hello, and welcome everyone. Welcome to DevChatter. My name is Brendan, and this channel is DevChatter. Please give me a couple of moments, as not only are we starting the stream a little bit late, but I figured I'd hop in here and then finish the last couple of things. I want to get the bot started, so so that is usable in the channel. Yes, I do run the bot locally here. So welcome, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I don't know where you are in the world, but either way, I hope whatever part of the day it is for you that you're having a good one. And obviously people notice that, at least I'm sure most of you have, that we're starting this stream about, a little over 4 hours after our usual Thursday time. Not a huge deal. That should be the bot starting up. Good, there it is. Hello, hello, bot. Welcome. Upgrading Dave. I'm not sure if the alert fired. I don't remember hearing it, so I'm going to pop that alert for you again here. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. And welcome, Upgrading Dave, and thanks for that Twitch Prime sub. That's always a nice way to start off a stream, especially a late one. Hello, hello, Stool Penner. Hi, Prototype. Greetings. Welcome. Yes, the hype music at the beginning is always fun. Oh, man. YNSBLDK. Hi, first off. And, now I gotta figure out how that's pronounced. Like, Jans? Something like that? I don't know. I'll take a guess. Maybe I'm way off base. But, either way, hello and welcome. Greetings. Upgrading Dave. Glad you like the content. We always like to do fun stuff here on the stream and work on interesting projects, so today, let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got to work on. Hey, Wicked Blue Ninja, welcome. So this is the list of issues here on our project, and we have a handful that we need to work on. I should explain our project. So I'm going to tell you all a little bit about the stream in case you are new here, first off. We like to work on open source projects here. We welcome anyone that wants to contribute to those. If you have any questions about that, feel free to ask us. We've got some notes on the GitHub repository, but they're certainly not all there. Links in the chat as well as down below the stream. And we also have a Discord, which is where you'd want to go if you wanted to talk to us about that process and actually contribute to one of our projects. The Discords, usually there is a chat channel in there specifically for the project, but there are also chat channels for all kinds of other things as well. Still probably my favorite one is the Rants channel, because it always has funny things in it. I don't know, maybe memes. Although that one doesn't get as much... Neither one of those actually gets as much traffic as they used to. Okay, so first things first. In our project, its main purpose is to be a community place where you can find live coding streams that you want to watch. So if you are interested in finding a new channel, maybe you're saying, hey, I love watching DevChatter, but I want to know what else is out there that does the same kind of thing I do. And, because maybe you're not a C# and JavaScript dev, which is most of what we work on here. Maybe you want to watch Java content, for example. So you might go in here and you might type in Java. Well, right now on my local site, we don't have any Java sites because I literally only have 3 channels in my development environment here. So DevChatter, Brendonius, and New Channel 1 are our little testing ones. So the goal being, find the channels that have the content you're interested in and let you actually find them. The next thing that we want to do, the other selling point that we really have on this, like what we think is valuable to the community, is the ability to find out what streams are happening. So maybe I usually have time on Saturdays when I'm going to be cleaning the house and I want to put something up on the TV and watch a stream while I'm working on stuff. Yeah, maybe I check out what's streaming on Saturdays, and it'll come back with all the channels that are streaming on Saturday, for example. And this is what you'd end up with. Now, obviously, we need to style this. We need to style these forms. And those are issues I should add to the GitHub. They're not there yet, so if someone actually does want to tackle that, feel free to do that and, create the issues yourself or ask me exactly what, you can ask me about it. I'm open to all that kind of stuff. Someone just followed. Ernie Oak, Your name's familiar. Have you been here before? I think you have. Either way, welcome, and thanks for that follow. Much appreciated. So those are the main things that that we want to have as like the place where you can go to find this stuff. Now, the reason I point these specific things out is because I can go to the Twitch site and I can just go and take a look at the programming tag on here, and I can see you know, anybody who is streaming something that is programming related. And this is all up here, and I can just take a look at it, and I can just go pick one. But this only gets me who's live right now. This doesn't really show me, you know, who might be live tomorrow, or who else streams maybe once a week at some weird time. So I can't really find channels unless they're live right now. At least not effectively. And I certainly can't pare them down by programming language or anything like that. So we're kind of left with, well, so we want to sort of get around that. All right, let's go ahead and close that. All right. All right, so let's take a look. What were we working on last time? You change time displays. Yeah, that makes sense. So branches, we should have time displays. I am going to draft a pull request. If you haven't seen this in GitHub, just so people know, display time values in local time. Here's what I want to show you. This actually, so this is a few months old, but it's an awesome feature that GitHub added. There's this little arrow down here now when you create a pull request, and you can say create a draft pull request, which I absolutely love, because this is like, you want to prep your pull request and get it ready and maybe do a couple of extra commits before you actually send it to someone to review. You can just make it a draft. It's not really anywhere yet, and then when you click ready to review, excuse me, then it becomes available to other people to take a look at and say, hey, yeah, that's, you know, really working nicely. So that is what that is. Let's take a look. What did we do? We changed up that display. We switched these to come from the client side. We switched that. We changed this. Changed those. Switched that. Added in the call to get the data from there. Switch that one, added in that to use moment instead of the local time, completing that to do, and that's also a convert to local time. Okay, I think that does actually have all the things we need, so I'm going to mark that ready for review. Hello hello near this, I'm guessing, or that could be hell on earth is. There's like multiple ways I could read that, but first off, welcome. And does it need to be a branch? In order to do a pull request? I mean, technically, yes, kinda. There's like, if you're coming from another fork, it's technically a branch on another repository. Not sure what you mean there. Hey, Riley Dumb, welcome, greetings. See, you didn't miss the stream. No, a lot of people were like, did I miss the stream? Because I said I was going to be late. So we weren't going to do our noon stream today. By the way, noon was 4 hours ago. So, yeah, we're a little late. It's alright, I made it here eventually. I'm sure you'll all forgive me. Okay, so we created that. Let's take a look at our issues list. Claim ownership of channels. Maybe. I think we want to do that with a Twitch login, though, so I don't want to do that just yet. Have the ability to see how long a streamer has been live. Oh, this was to make a rating page. Yeah. You know, for extra coolness, there could be an analysis of how long the streamer normally streams. To provide an estimate of how much time is left. Yeah, that's a really cool one. I like that one. I don't think we're going to try to get that for the MVP, but I absolutely love the idea. Let's filter this down to milestones MVP. What's left? Oh, actually, this is solved. This was resolved when we switched to using the GraphQL endpoint. There we go. Close and comment. That issue I happen to know is gone. If it's rediscovered, we'll recreate the bug. Milestone MVP. What do we have? So view scheduled streams of a channel. That actually might be done. I think this is also done. Display times in the viewer's local time using the time it would be for the current week. So that's, I go to this channel, schedule, Monday at 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. Yeah, so Thursday. So Thursday we finished over 2 hours ago, so that makes sense. Hey, Link Slumps. Welcome. Yeah. I had people asking earlier if they'd missed the stream, and I was like, nope, you haven't missed it yet. We're doing a super late stream, so I don't know if people even notice we're live. We'll see. When working with someone else's repo, I find I have to branch it. If you do want to fork the repository over to your own instance, and then make changes there, and then you do a pull request back to our repository with that. So. That's awesome. I'm glad your username, you're okay with the fact that those words could be split at multiple locations. So yeah, no, it's good. I'm not sure which one I'll call you. It might change. It's a fun name. I'll give you that. That may have been me. I branched it and looked at it. Yeah. Yeah. No, Link Slumps. Yeah. If you wanna branch and take a look at the fork and take a look at the project, you are absolutely welcome to. Okay, so next stream is Saturday at 1 p.m., Monday at 2 p.m., Tuesday. Yep, those are definitely in the future, so we were right there. Riley Dom, you were asking about doing migrations, and I want to know which ones you were doing so I don't collide with you on that. Yeah, so this is done. So, what was the most recent we pull? Future streams? Oh no. What's that pull request? It's this one. 67. We resolved this when we put the schedule on the page in 67. Comment. Alright. So that's good. Where's description? Right here. I can't type, but hey, at least I can get that working. Out of curiosity. No, okay. Bot's still working. I was just wondering, because our bot occasionally messes up, and I haven't bothered digging into the logs or anything that reports, because we're not working on the bot right now. So I'm assuming one of our games has a bug or something like that, and we just haven't dug into it to figure out what the issue is. So Riley Dom, if you're there, I'm going to go ahead and do add description to channels if you haven't yet, because you haven't claimed it. So, hey, look at that, everyone. I won. All right. All right, cool. Well, you'll get to see how we set these up then. So I'm going to borrow this, because that's what I do. I like borrowing code like that. And it really is borrowing, because, like, yeah, I copy pasta, 2 lines, basically, but I'm going to change them here. So what are we doing? We are adding add description to Twitch channels table. Add description to Twitch channels table. Okay, it is 04:18, and the time right now is 16, 20, 27-ish. Not that that really matters to be exact, but it gets us a good starting point. And then if we need to tweak these numbers to get merge and order correct on certain operations, we can tweak the numbers and make it correct for that. So, exactly. There's no reason to reinvent the wheel on this, so that's why I just do a quick little copy pasta right there to make that work. So this is how we define a migration, and I'm going to move this to its own file. Now the only thing that I wish this structure did, and maybe I should have just done this, I should probably consider, and I could still go back and just do this, I might rename all these files so that they're numbered. So the migration number is actually what decides the order, not a file number, but I would kind of like it if I could see the order so I could just tell at a glance inside of this folder here what the order of these is, because I can't tell without opening them. Not that you really want to all the time, but if you ever do, it'd be nice to be able to do that. Okay. Where is one that adds a table? Add time zone ID to schedule stream. Here it is. So I'm just going to borrow that code, because that is the definition of how we do that. And then I want to delete a column, so we're going to do that as well there. Okay, so the table we're adding to is the Twitch channels table. The column we are adding is description. It is not going to be a 255 size. It is going to be not nullable. We're going to want to make sure we actually pull that value and at least put an empty string in there. The column we're getting rid of is description from the table Twitch channels. Now, this is so that if it needs to do a rollback, there is a down that does the reverse operation of the up. So that's the reason why we have that. Alright, so string, we said 255, but how do we actually define that it's max? Do we have one? Hang on, let me open something. So I want the SQL Server Object Explorer, which basically is like a very simple SQL Server Management Studio. Danny Camped Games, welcome and greetings, everyone. Hello, friends. Glad to have you here today. And if you'll excuse me for 1 second, I need to grab something. There we go. Man. Hi, Jens Duck. Welcome. Greetings. No, it's funny. So, I'm a fan of the Rubber Ducks baseball team, so I can always grab my Rubber Ducks hat when Jens Duck shows up in the chat. So, welcome, Jens Duck. And, Danny. So, I hope you're here and can actually hear me. But welcome. Oh, yeah, Link Slumps, Rubber Ducks. Okay, awesome. How was your stream? I always like to ask people how their stream was. What'd you do? And welcome, everyone. If you don't know who I am, I'm Brendan. This channel here is DevChatter. And we like to write code and other fun stuff here on the stream. So let's take a look at... Ooh, what's going to have a max on here? Anything? We set tag description at 255, figuring we probably didn't need to go beyond that. Alright, so we're going to ask the interwebs, Fluent Migrator, You had a good stream, and you made some documentation on the PHP Twitch lib. Oh, awesome! I have not actually looked at any of the code in the PHP Twitch lib, I do admit. I have looked a lot at the C# Twitch lib, obviously, as we do use that both for our bot, and I'm using it on 2 little side projects that I started. I was actually going to ask you all if you wanted me to work on a side project today, but I decided to do DevStreams today in any case. What's this say? Create tables into... Oh, so... Wait, I can just do an int32 max value? Yeah. Okay, I'll just put in int32.max, that's fine. I guess maybe it just checks to see if you had that constant and puts in an nvarchar max. I guess we'll find out if it created an nvarchar max or if it made it like an nvarchar like 2 billion. So, who knows? Let's see. I should make a clip marathon. Go for it, Jen's Duck. I don't mind. Finally got your jukebox app not broken. Oh, you fixed your jukebox app. That's nice. What do you use? What's your jukebox app do? And out of curiosity, anyone in here play an old game called Final Fantasy VII? Just wondering if we have anybody in here that's played that game before. Which, yes, I know it's a very popular game, so there's a high likelihood that there's someone in here that played it. Oh, you bought it for the Switch! Awesome! The thing that I did will not affect you at all. Alter table allows columns to be added. Contains no... Oh, right, because we already have data in the table. Derp! So if I want to make it not null, I have to do it that way. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, so I will show you all the error in case you missed it. Basically, this is the idea. So, oh, and look! It shows me the sequel that it was trying to do. So it says it was trying to create an nvarchar max not null. So turns out int32.max will get us the max for certain there. And Stack Overflow did not lie to us. So here's what we have to do. In order to make this work, we're going to need to do this in 2 steps. So step 1 is going to be create this as a nullable. So we're going to say create it nullable. And then we need to modify all of the data. It's kind of the route I think we're going to go. Or we could remove the default value. Fluent migrator default value. I assume this just has a, actually, yeah, we're going to do this. With default value of an empty string, and it's not nullable. So we're going to add that, and then step 2 is going to be this. We're going to remove the default value. And the way we're going to do that is actually Fluent Migrator. Let's go to the documentation on this because I need to see. It might be more advanced. Yeah, okay, hang on. Alter. Create custom metadata supporting multiple data. No. Using one student. No, I don't need to. Don't need to use raw SQL, although I could. Here we go. Alter column. There we go. This is what we need. We need alter column. So it's alter column description on table Twitch channels. We're gonna say as string and 32 max value and not nullable. And that should remove the default, I think, because I'm, you know, getting rid of it there. Which actually, let's write it like this. So we're going to have add column as string with default value not nullable. I think that'll get it. All right, let's give it a try and see what we end up with. Whoops. Restart the app. All right, cool. Oh, you've only played the first 30 minutes of the game. Okay, well that's pretty cool. Hey, looks like it worked. Let's check and see what it did. So I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy VII. I played it back in the 90s. Good game, so if you do get the chance to play it, I recommend it. But I actually did a cool thing for people that want to stream it. And that's specifically people that want to stream it and play the PC version. Because I wrote a little app that does some fun stuff. And I'm working on making it do some extra fun stuff. So we have description. And does it have a default value? Let's script this as a create in a new window, just so I can see what it is to see if it has that default value. Nope, it does not have no default value here, so it got rid of it. Perfect. So that's exactly what we want. So that gets it to us, and if you had any data, it's going to put it in there as a blank value. But now they are required, so you do have to pass that in. We now require that you have a description in order to create one of those. So let's take a look at our Twitch channel class, because that's the next thing that we need to add in here, is actually having this value. Do prop string description string. I don't know what a string is. There we go. I sadly already have to go. Danny, take care. Have a good one. Thanks for swinging by. I was messing with that Are You Feeling Lucky button, trying to get it to display a live stream. Link slumps, it should work. If you click on it, I think it does. Unless something's changed about it. Better pull the dev repo. Oh, link slumps, I think I have to be live. You have to have, it only pulls from the DevStreams database. Le Mongalore, welcome! And thanks for that Twitch Prime sub. 4 months. Nice! Let's get some hype in the chat. Because that's 2 subs we've had come in today. My panels are glowing yellow. All the stuff around the sections of my stream, yeah. I better pull the dev repo when this is done, otherwise we're going to conflict. Yeah, Riley dumb. So we're going to merge in the other stuff. But yeah, you and I might conflict a little bit. So I did a couple of things so that we don't. For example, I put description up here instead of putting it at the end, because this is more likely to not conflict with where you would have added that. The other thing that I did, which hopefully will prevent conflicts, is... obviously, our named files we should be creating 2 separate files for the actual Fluent migration, so that is the deal there. I had to put data into the database, I think. Link slumps. Yes, exactly, yes. You needed to put data into the database in order for that button to work. And Jen's Duck, you made a comment about my panels. And all I have to say about that is... wait, hang on. Where? No? Where did I put that? Ah, right here. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't see any yellow on that screen at all. I see red. That's just crazy. Can't believe you'd make some kind of claim like that, Jen. I'm offended that you would claim that I would have yellow somewhere on my stream. That's just wild accusations coming out of nowhere. This is clearly like red all around me. Clearly red. Yeah, no, actually, so one of the things that I haven't done yet is we're gonna set it up so that chat actually has full control over that color. I haven't done that piece yet. I was thinking about maybe doing that today, but that's actually just, you know, a hex value color that you can change to whatever you want. So any color, we're gonna give chat full control over that. So whatever color you want on those, you get the option. I want to do a little bit more with it than just, you know, changing the color, but I want to do some fun stuff with the overlays like that. So, steel blue? What does steel blue look like? Plaid. Yes, thanks, Will. We're going to make it plaid. That'll be great. Everyone's going to love that. Let's see. Steel blue, huh? Oh, there we go. So see, steel blue was even one of the named colors that that the overlay understood. I have a lot of named colors that we support as well, so yep, steel blue works. That's steel blue apparently. And I literally entered it in as steel blue, so I didn't have to go look up that hex code or anything. But yeah, that's the idea, is we have a whole bunch of named colors as well, so not everyone has to be a dev that understands RGB values. So there we go, we have Twitch channels added in. So now that this data is here, we need to actually get this value. So let's take a look at where we set this, because these values are used so limitedly that we should be able to find it right here. So user result data needs to have what we want on it. Description, source, description. Well, that was convenient. It apparently was already there. So that's a victory. I wonder what the data is. This is apparently a user result data? Okay, hang on. Let's take a look. We're going to find out. Twitch, Helix API, get user. Let's find out. We're going to take a look. This is the API. We're calling it Twitch to pull this information. So we want to grab this get users. Yep, here we go. So get users has response, description, just a gamer playing games and chatting. Yep, makes sense. All right, let me open up Postman, and I'm going to open it up on the screen that's not the one streamed, and then I'll fire the data. I just don't want to end up with one of my keys getting exposed over here so people see that one.
Developers.
And welcome somebody, Gareth and friends, welcome, greetings, thanks for that raid. Welcome to DevChatter. I will welcome you again when I think you can hear me. So let's see, what's our description? Oh, whoops, I did streams, not users. Whoops. Hey Gareth, hello Gareth and friends, welcome. The yappy dogs are here. Hang on. I know what to do with yappy dogs. That's what you do with yappy dogs. You sick a bunch of chattosauruses on them. That's what you do. Welcome. Greetings, friends. Hello. Streams pull by name, users pull by user ID. Link slumps, I think you can pull them all by user ID, actually. But get user... Where's users? apparently don't have that one, maybe. Just pull back everything? The old API had something called bio on it. That's weird. You try sending... Nope. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this response directly. Or we're going to do this request directly. I'm going to create a new one for it. So I apologize for that, everyone. We're going to make a new request that's called get users. Get users, that's the URL, and need to pull this header. And actually copy it, apparently, because it would seem I don't know how to copy and paste. Okay, and then I need to grab the parameters of user ID. User ID, and that is my user ID here on DevChatter. Send bad request must provide. Oh, okay, so this one actually requires the full login to get it. That's the problem. Do I have that here somewhere? No? Do I really? Thought I didn't actually need to pass that. What do I pass in? Oh, ID. Right, that's the wrong one. So that was the problem. There it is. Okay, and that no data is displaying. All right, good. I'll toss this on screen so you can all see it. So this is the actual request that we made here. So I made the request for this. Here are the couple of things that we want. So we're pulling the ID, we're pulling the login, the display name, we're pulling the broadcaster type. So here on DevChatter, I'm an affiliate. See, that's why it says affiliate. Yeah, Gareth, this is a few days old. Do you like the color, Gareth? Do you like the color? That's all I want to know, Gareth. I just need to know if you like the color. Super important. So the other nice thing is that we get both the offline image and the profile image. So I kind of want to save these values as well. We'll do that as a later one, but I want these to display on that page so that other people can see them. So that's the ideal. That's the idea. We want that to work. But we do have description, so apparently my description here is writing code talking about code having fun. So cool. That sounds right for our channel. Is that the color? I don't know if that's a color. I think that's different from our usual red there, Jen's Duck. I think so. It's hard for me to tell, to be honest. But it looks different, so I think it really is a different one. Okay, so... So that's what we should be getting for description. So that's already the value we're pulling. So if I'm saving that here, this should suddenly just work when I add in a new stream. So let's try this. Who's got a stream? Gareth does. Congratulations, Gareth. I am hijacking your channel. Sorta, kinda. Oh, what's my password on here? I think that's the password. Yeah, got it. One try. Gareth. There we go. Country. Actually, I think I know the answer to this one. I am pretty sure that that's the country, that's the time. And tags, I can totally give you the F# tag. Congratulations. So we'll claim .NET. we'll claim that you do .NET Core. And aren't you doing C++ now as well? I thought maybe not. All right, so there you are, created. Let's take a look at the data. No, it didn't pull it. Why didn't it pull it? What happened? Codebase Alpha, yes. The unexpected late stream. Welcome. Quack. 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 Is this a Mighty Ducks game? That's quacktastic. Your password is F#? Oh, yeah, totally is, Will. Totally is. Actually, if you want to know the password, it's pretty easy. That's the password. I'm not kidding. That is it. So it did not actually create the data. So what happened? Let's do the, oh, I didn't restart the site. I derped. We're gonna grab that. Delete. I did not restart the site. Yeah, exactly, Jen's Duck. It totally started that out. Hey, Matt, welcome. And Matt, I mean Grooves. How's it going, Matt? Groves. So you streamed today, didn't you? I think you did. What? Where was that? Was that Code Palooza? Where was something? I don't remember why someone called you Grooves. I think unintentionally, and I still think that was hilarious. Something did. Yes, I thought it was great. I think you should own that one. Exactly. Yeah. No, Matt Groves is great. If anybody doesn't know him, he's a pretty good guy. Does your stream have Austin Powers theme? No, Link Slumps. No, it doesn't. Definitely no Austin Powers theme here. I'm going to create a new channel. We're going to see if this works. And then I'm actually going to show you all something, because Matt just reminded me of something. There we go. Gareth. You recreated again, Gareth. I don't know. You're probably not even here. So, F#. C++. What else does he use on that stream? We're saying .NET Core. Sure. Alright, created it again. Let's take a look at the data one more time. Still didn't make it. Okay. You got me. Why isn't this working? You got me wondering now. But I have a thing I'm going to do on stream, everyone. It's cool. Minxie Rose, today was ASP.NET. Oh, that's fun. It does not. Fortran? Fortran? Why are you bringing up Fortran? No one here wants to talk about Fortran. Try F#, C++, ASP.NET Core, .NET Core. Save. Should catch this. Alright. Source was null. We didn't find data? Hang on. Alright. I'm gonna... Oh, yeah. No. I don't think he does Fortran. Yeah, I got it, Minxie Rose. So I added it to his thing. I figured out what you meant. Hang on one sec. I'm going to make this call manually and see what I get. So I'm going to call get users, and this time I'm going to pass in the login. And login equals... did I spell his name wrong or something? Maybe I spelled his name wrong. Hang on. Gareth, how do you spell your name? Oh my. Oh my. I did. Nope, nope, nope. So it should work with login or user ID. I typoed his name. That is literally the only problem. Other than that, it would have worked. So the reason we weren't pulling the data is actually just because it didn't find that Twitch channel, because there was no Twitch channel under the name that I put in. So we're going to restart the site, and we're going to delete that record, and we're going to run it again, and this time it'll work. So my channels... Oh, good, it didn't even get created because I stopped it early. So it's 2 B's and 2 L's. United Kingdom. And I'm not kidding. Stick around, I got a fun thing to tell you all about, because there's a fun conference that did a neat thing, and I want to recognize that because it's cool. So, ASPNET Core, .NET Core. So congratulations on having those languages there, Gareth. And now when I open up the Object Explorer and take a look at the data, we should have a... We still don't have a description. Oh man, I'm going to flip this table now. Because now we should have that. But I think Groves knows what I'm talking about. Yep, two L's, very tricky. Oh yeah, Link Slumps, that's the Kraken one. I'm using the Helix one. So that's the reason why. On Helix, I can use either login and use that name, or I can use the ID, which will be the channel ID. There we go. So I go to a conference that's kind of fun, and they send us these boxes. So hang on a second. So they have fun stuff like this that we thought was really cool. So they give us these little lights, and I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see this. Is there not one on here? Maybe there's not one on there. Ah, there's one down there. So they did this. There's hidden pictures on here. So there's Black Panther. Down here somewhere, there's Spider-Man. You can see him right there. Who is that? That's really hard to do backwards, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned, but that was kind of neat. And this is literally the box that they like shipped it to us in. So it's this conference. It's called Stir Trek. They're kind of a fun one. In case you didn't guess based on the box, the event takes place in a movie theater, and at the end of it, you actually watch whatever movie whatever big movie's coming out that year. So this will be the Avengers: Infinity War. No, Avengers: Endgame. Infinity War was last year. But either way, I thought that was a really neat thing that they did. Very, very cool idea. Just hide some neat stuff on there. I say that because there could be someone in here that didn't even try that. Groves, did you try that? Did you do that yet? I don't know if you did. I'm assuming you're going. All right, so we're gonna toss the. I'm gonna toss this right here. Yeah, I actually told someone about it on Discord yesterday, because he didn't try it either. That's the challenge with something like that, though. They basically have to tell us about it, or you know, because who's going to try shining the light on the box and notice that that's anything more than just a regular flashlight? Okay, so delete the channel. We're going to recreate the channel, and this time we're going to see what's going on with this. I'm not messing with any tags because that's just a waste of time. So yep, we're doing the Helix API. That's the URL we're going to get. We should have a JSON result. We do. Okay. Data. JSON result. Where is his description? He has a description. A .NET developer always looking to improve. Currently learning F#. Sounds right. What do we do with that info? We create a channel info object. And then I don't save it, do I? I bet I don't save it or something like that. Well, we'll find out. So we returned that. What did we return it to? Here. And apply Twitch changes. But because it's special, I bet we didn't actually save it. Because I bet we wrote it as its own thing. We did. Oh, man. It doesn't have, well, it actually does have a key. It has a key. We could fake this. We could fix this. I think we can fix this. Yeah, we can fix this. Hang on. Twitch channel. So on this, that's the primary key. Table, Twitch channels. Happens that it's a foreign key, but it is also the primary key. Let me see if that's enough to make simple CRUD do this instead of us having to actually write that, because I don't really... if we can avoid writing it, I want to. You know what? I don't need to actually type that, because I can just say... model.twitch. Right? Oh, insert async, derp. I'm like, why is this yelling? Why is this not letting me do this? Use explicit type. What's that do? Unused. Oh, that's funny. And then that should work. I should be able to do that because I needed to just put the key on and everything. Welcome back, Gareth. Oh, cool. Hey, Unbroken Vitality. We are making a DevStreams site. You can actually find information about it right there. There's no need to do what Skullcrusher for Life tried to do with that command. The information is right there on the screen. Yeah, I don't think I've got that command wired up right now, Skullcrusher, but I do sometimes. I do sometimes use those. So you are just in time, Gareth, to be embarrassed live on stream. And by embarrassed, I was just kidding. I'm just using your name right now, because that's what I do. I borrow your name. Just hope I don't borrow your likeness for anything. That could get really embarrassing. I was just kidding anyway. We're not really doing much with your name. Manage channels. We are going to create a new channel, and it is going to be this one. There we go. you now see how we're borrowing your name? And you do C#, F#, C++. You do .NET Core, and you do ASP.NET Core. And continue on. I'm going to step out of here. This should be a new object. We're going to step back here. We're going to apply those changes. And we're going to come in here and right about there. Does it blow up? It blew up. We should find out how it blew up. Isn't there a surrounds with for this? Oh, no, not that one. No. Let's see. Try. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Drop the breakpoint there. What happened? It could be that I can't get away with doing that insert the way that I wanted to. No, I was just kidding there, Gareth. You've never done any C# on your stream? I think there's probably a Rust tag there, Gareth. I don't know that for certain, but I think there probably is. Derp. Congrats, I just got lazier. Because I want to find out what's the error. Cannot insert null value into channel ID. Channel ID didn't get set? Channel ID gets set right here. Are you telling me that's null? No. It's on there. What? Oh, because I told it it's the key. But it's not. It's not a. Oh, it's not. Alright, I'm going to try removing the key. You better work this time, thing. Alright, so here's what's going on. First off, I'm jumping to the wrong file. But what's going on is this. This key value, I think Simple CRUD, which is the extra framework we're using, is trying to use that as an identity column, which means it's saying, I don't insert this value, it's going to get set by something else, which is not the case for us. We want this value set. So let's see if it yells at us this time because that value's not there. Because it's going to say that it needs a key in order to do it. At which point we just roll back right to what we were doing before and just have to do it with SQL, which is not the end of the world, but I would like it if we could do it this way. Gareth, U for United Kingdom, F#. Congratulations, you're limited to one tag now because it's too much work to add in all the extras. Only supports an entity with a key or ID property. Yeah, so it requires that it has a key. I'm kind of surprised that it can't work with a simpler model, but that's fine. So we're going to jump back to this. So we're just going to undo until we're back to this one. And all that means is that we're going to step over to here and we're going to say description and at description. Done. All right. Have you found that the Twitch API doesn't do as you ask at times? I'm having real fun with the embedding part of it. Gareth, first off, I haven't done anything with embedding the Twitch streams videos or anything like that, really. But I've done a lot of stuff with the Twitch API, and it tends to work. The idea of the stream is to learn how to use F# and then you branch it off. But as I use C# for work and hobby projects, I want to do other things with it and fill. Yeah, Yeah, no, you can totally fail in C# in public. I'm a big fan of it. It's good. You fail with more tech than with programming. I don't know if that's a positive or a negative. You just hide the programming one's better. Well, that's one solution. So twitch.tv/Gareth. You are not in the outlying US, but F# and C++. This is just temporary data on my machine, so it doesn't really matter what those values are, so don't worry if I don't get them right. Alright, so we're to this point. I'm going to stop the site for now, and we're going to just take a look in data and see if it's finally there with the values that we want. There it is. You have a description. You are apparently a .NET developer always looking to improve, and you're currently learning F#. Cool. So that value is there. Fantastic. So that means they get created right like that. Which extensions that? So there is this value. We are going to branch off of that one. Which, before I do that, Riley Dom, if you're in here, just a heads up, I am planning on reviewing this again really fast. This is the pull request that we're putting in here. Streams and streams for streams and streams and stream a week. Okay, cool. I'm gonna merge this one in, and then I'm gonna branch the other one off of the dev branch instead of this one. Just because it makes it a little bit cleaner. So that's removing that and adding these two. So that's a positive. Channel data loaded. Oh, yep. Okay, so this is the query to get the data. Yep, I think that'll work. So I'm going to merge that in, nuking that branch, and let's go ahead and grab this one off of the dev branch. So first off, let's fetch. So it gets the fact that the dev branch is up to date. We'll do that. Now I want to branch off of the dev branch with this as, what are we adding? We're adding description, Twitch descriptions. So that's what that'll be. Pulling Twitch description from API, storing in DB. So there we go. So we grab the data, we store it in the database, and now we need to actually do something with it. So we've pulled some data, we haven't actually done anything with it, so let's go to the page where it's supposed to display, which should be channels details right here. And this lovely, lovely lorem ipsum that we've got right here needs to get replaced with model description. We already have name and URI. Ooh, I wonder if that's the right stuff. Well, we're gonna find out. Description. I wonder what I'm about to put this on. Oh, that's model. What? No. I want it on channel? Oh, whoops, model.channel.description. Derp. There we go. I was like, why didn't that go to the right place? And that would be why. Channel description, there it is. So we're gonna put it up here for now. Description. And this should get wired up wherever we do this. Right here. So description equals Twitch description, and how to make that work. Well, let's find out what happens. Let's go ahead and run it. I'll need to figure out how to update my branch. Yeah, link slumps. You will want to figure out how to update your branch. It's actually not that difficult. There are a couple of ways you can do it, and it's really not going to be that out of date. So this will just be a couple of changes, and as long as you didn't change in the exact same places, it works just fine. Yes, Riley Dom, you'll want to stick to the dev. You'll want to make sure you're branching off of the dev branch for anybody that's working on this project. So Gareth, I'm supposed to be able to see Gareth somewhere. So if I take a look at this, a .NET developer always looking to improve, currently learning F#. There it is. So other things we need to pull their image that they use on Twitch to be able to show that as well. That's one of the issues on our backlog, and that is actually going to be a very similar task to what we just did right here. So I will probably reference this pull request on those issues to show people the basic steps that we did for this one. So let's take a look. So that is display description on details page. Okay, next thing I want to check, so that's this one. Do we show it on the My Channel details? Do we show any of that stuff on there? Do we show anything that came out of that? URI, time zone, scheduled, streams, count, channels, tags? No, we don't show anything from Twitch here. Okay, we won't worry about it then. Hey, Codebase Alpha. Well, welcome back. Greetings. Okay, so let's push this. Take a look over here. Display Twitch descriptions, channels. This is associated with channel details page. Pull. Hang on, I swear there's an issue for this. Add channel description. See, I called it add. There it is. So 65. This resolves 65. I probably should have drafted it instead of actually creating it, which I was talking about to all of you before. Ooh, see? And this is why. Because you catch little stuff like this. I didn't mean to add that. While that doesn't really matter, I don't actually need it there. So I probably shouldn't have it there. So let's go get rid of that real fast. We'll do that as part of our cleanup before we commit. Because also once I get rid of that, I can get rid of two usings that we're not actually using. Removed, unused, table, annotation from Twitch channel. There we go. Didn't mean to commit that. Yeah, so Riley Dom, the table names are plural and the class names are singular, so there is that little catch there. We do pluralize our table names, which is really just a convention that I like. It doesn't really make a difference. So there's our migration. Has values. We've got an up and a down description. Twitch description. We got rid of our lorem ipsum, so that's good. I like that. I think that's in a good place. It's pretty simple. It's a small change. So I think I'm actually just going to merge that in because we've got a couple of other people that are working in the same place, and I want them to be able to deal with this. So rather than make it complicated, we're going to merge that one in. If you are someone that currently has a branch out, If you rebase or just merge the dev branch into yours, you should be in a good place after I do this merge. So just make sure you pull the latest version of my code and merge this in, and you'll be good. All right, so that does that. Welcome to Michael Jolly. Greetings. How was your stream today? You were streaming today, I think. Yes, good plan, Codebase Alpha. So that should get us there. So now, if we look at this site, I think that we are pretty darn close, because while I didn't have that tagged as an MVP item, the fact that I'd put a placeholder lorem ipsum text in there meant we either had to delete that or pull this feature, so that's part of why we pulled the feature today, because it just made sense. Curate the live channel display on the homepage. We need to do something with the homepage still. That's the big thing here for getting us to MVP. Actually, let me create another issue. Style the calendar page. This is a big one. This is an enhancement that's a good first issue, and I'm going to toss the help wanted flag on it as well, because if there's someone that's good at styling, that would be an awesome one. So making the calendar page actually work would be nice if both the filter controls and the display of data looked better than they do. General direction ideas. Let's see. Possibly display them if it were actual calendar. Maybe put the scheduled items inside of some stylized boxes. Question mark. Not sure what to do with this one. This is an MVP milestone item, actually. Mihai TV, hello, greetings, welcome. The Michael Jolly, you're doing peachy. That's wonderful. Glad to hear it. Unfortunately, you're not great at style. That's okay, Link Slumps. I can CSS, but I would not say that I am good at styling. Exactly, as Codebase Alpha mentions, that is a skill that some people have and not others. Yes, Codebase Alpha, all the changes have been in dev. So master, the way I've got it set up right now, is what's going to my test version of the site, and dev is like what we're all working on. So I'm going to merge all these into master at some point, and then that will deploy to my test site. Once it's ready, that test site will become our production site. So that is the plan. You could put something in the calendar, wouldn't be pretty though. Well, if you can make an improvement, that is fine. But if not, that's fine too. We're hoping that we've got somebody that can help with that, but no big deal if not. We'll figure something out eventually. Okay, so yeah. Greetings, welcome. I am going to show all of you the cool thing that I was building this week. I did a fun project, and I want to tell you all about it because it's fun. So we're going to talk about my fun project now. And while we do that, I should say before we do that, let me go ahead and change this. Well, you know what? I'm just going to hide the project header. We'll do that. We'll just get rid of that. Okay, so that'll just disappear because this is not... yeah, misclicked. Sorry, everyone. You got music there for a second. But welcome. Greetings. Yeah, totally. I'm just starting the stream. No, we didn't just start the stream. Okay, let me click a couple of buttons because I need to drop a marker here just so that I know later. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Mr. Boo, hi. Did you decide to use Vue in your stack? What are the pros and cons of comparison with React or Angular? So, Mr. Boo, I would be glad to answer that. So first off, there are advantages to Vue, React, and Angular. I would argue one of the biggest advantages to Angular at any given point is just the number of people that know Angular, which in itself is a great answer. One of the things I really like about Vue is as Codebase Alpha mentions right there, it has a much easier learning curve. So if you are going to bring additional people on that are not familiar with the same stack that you're on, I think that Vue is a much better choice for that. Some of the things that I like about Vue are the fact that you really can just add it to a website that is existing. So if you have a site that does not have Angular, React, Vue, anything like that on it, you can add Vue very easily. In fact, you could, if you were transitioning a site, add Vue onto a site that already used React somewhere else if you wanted to, and you can just put it in that part of the site. And it does very well with this. So Vue is pretty lightweight, easy to use, and works nicely. So you technically could use it as a jQuery replacement. I would say that it goes beyond that because it's like got really nice binding and everything like that. It has good structures for how it does all its templating and components and things like that. It's a very nice framework to use if you're going to use a lot of JavaScript on your site. So, and actually, it's perfectly fine if you're not going to use much JavaScript on your site as well. So you can do a full spa with it, or you can just add it to a site that is, doing full postback for page navigation. So up to you. And I said postback, but it's really full page requests is probably the word I'm looking for. So I misspoke. Sorry. Do you plan to use Razor components when .NET Core 3 is out? Mihai TV? Yeah, we're going to mess around with them as soon as things are stabilized on them. The only reason we haven't used them up until this point on the stream is because we do a lot of long-term project work here mostly, rather than lots of little one-offs. And so for that reason, I didn't want to put in, the experimental, any kind of the experimental tech or anything like that that Microsoft was doing, because we don't want to run into any problems where they significantly change how it works and we have to go through this process of, replacing all of our stuff. So, I think it's still going to be a thing, Codebase Alpha, but I think they're switching the name back to being, they're switching I forget what they're calling it now, they've not been super stable on the name even. If that, server-side Blazor, that's it. Thanks, Calvin. Yeah, that's what it was. In my brain, I was like, Blazor server-side doesn't sound right, because that's the way I was trying to think it, and I'm like, that sounds wrong, so that's why I didn't mention anything. I'm like, this is not the name. Yeah, Mihai TV is absolutely getting more hype. I think it's going to be fun. Alright, I'm going to show you all the side Blazor server. Exactly, Link Slumps. I'm going to show you all the side project I was working on, because it's funny. I was doing a cool thing, and I'm going to show you all what it is. And I am going to have to be ready to mute some stuff, just in case it makes noises on all of you. And Mr. Boo, welcome. Thanks for that follow. Much appreciated. Yeah, so funny thing, you brought up Vue, but we didn't actually manage to get into the Vue very much today. We did more Vue on yesterday's episode than we did today. Today we did some back-end stuff in the ASP.NET Core part of the site. No problem, Mr. Boo. Glad. I always try to answer questions as best I can here. Whoops, hang on. Oh, it's already muted. Oh, go me. Wonder how I must have muted that at some point. Either way, that is super cool. I'm going to toss this thing onto the screen so you can all see it, because it's hilarious. So here's the thing. So this is a game called Final Fantasy VII. We're not really gonna play it on stream. I just want to show you something kind of neat. So let me start up another instance of Visual Studio here. And I'm going to show you all what I've been building. So just bear with me for a second while I get everything running. Whoops, yep, that's it. Let's get that off the screen. This is the code. I want to show you what I'm doing before we talk about that at all. So let's go ahead and debug this. And actually, I don't know which screen this is going to... I hope this loads on the screen that you're not seeing, because it's more fun if you don't see it. Did this load? What? Build errors? What? Lies. Lies. There were no build errors. Don't give me that. Oh, actually, no, that's legit. There's a build error. I was in the middle of a change. I didn't exactly finish what I was doing. Hang on. This will only take, like, so this, I need to add that word, and then this, I need to remove that word. Oh, whoops. Derp. Okay, now it should work. Build that, and I'm going to show you all what I've been building. Yeah, build errors. They are always the enemy. There we go. Well, it's funny. I actually just said that they're always the enemy, but actually, now that I think about it, they're usually more the friend than anything else. All right, let's refresh that. There we go. Okay, here we go, everybody. Watch the chat. There's what we go. There's what we go. Let's see. So here's what I want you to do. Boom. So congratulations. Now while people play this game, you can have full control over the menu color. Codebase Alpha got it. I messed it up. Congratulations, Codebase Alpha. We did the same one, so there you go. So there's the fun thing that I was building. I made a little program that actually, yeah, see, you can give up to 4 colors. So you're controlling the corners actually, corner colors. If you only specify one, I apply the same color in all places. So see, chat now gets full control over the color in this game. So in theory, then, if I'm just playing this game and running along, so you won't see it, I have a whole bunch of named colors. Calvin, do a hex code color. Don't do so like yeah, as hex, Calvin. So do a hex code. Yeah, see, and now it's pink. You just give so like for anyone that streams this game, see, and there it is, it's pink. So I'm in combat and. See? Boom. Hex codes totally work. I think that's Calvin's. You have to put the number sign at the beginning. So... yeah, see? Everybody... I told you, it's like really kind of a fun thing to just give chat control the whole time you're playing over the color of those things. Do corners. Someone put in 4 colors. Put in 4 colors. Watch how crazy it gets. Like, is that not neat? I think it's neat. So, see? There we go. People putting in full sets of colors. Look at that. It's like rainbow sherbet. It's really awful, some of these colors. Oh, man, it's so bad. Oh, man. See? And then you can just play this game and just... Chat's got full control of... Yeah. Oh, no. It is absolute madness to have this. So, like, you're just playing along, and anytime a menu pops up, you can have whatever colors you want. So... Yep. So that's the... See? Colors. And you're like, wait, what? So the code's actually pretty simple. I'm literally altering the memory locations in this game live while it's running. We're just replacing the bytes where it stores what that menu's coloring is supposed to look like. So you get full control over that. And the funny thing was, I can actually see what values you're putting in. So like right now, the set that you guys have chosen is, let's see. So there's the top left corner is that blue, and so's the bottom left. And then it's yellow up in the top right. And what is this? I don't know what that, orange maybe? I don't know, I'd have to ask, check. Green? Green? What? That's not green. Nope, it's orange. So apparently 182, 177, and 27 is what makes that. Mr. Boo, you gotta get all 4 colors. 3 won't work. So, yep. The funny thing being that I can actually just change the colors here too if I want, instead of doing a command. So I can set the colors this way. Oh, but then someone overrode it anyway. So now it's white. That looks terrible. So, yep, and just while you're playing the game. So, I'm planning on building some other stuff for that too, because I know some people that stream this game and some others, and I was like, you know, it'd be really neat if you could do this kind of stuff. This was a suggestion to do the menus, and I was kind of like, there's so many other cool things you could do. So, I kind of want to build some of these. I might do some of them on stream. I'm going to close the game for now, as fun as that is. I'm sure that was a lot of blinking light as that warning was up there. Yeah, so the game is purchasable on Steam. I have not done anything with the the program that actually does that yet. I was working on it here, and so the funny thing is, literally, I wasn't kidding when I said that all I'm doing is just taking those values for basically the bytes that store the color values for those, and I am just writing them straight into the memory location. So first off, that reads the existing ones. This writes the new ones. So I just take those and I just say like, hey, let's just shove those in there. No, it's not actually available anywhere yet, Link Slumps. But yeah, it's a cool one. So I want to actually build it into actually, you know, have some kind of Twitch-specific stuff. So something I was actually thinking about. So for anybody that actually knows that game pretty well, you might know that there is a scene in the game where you can go on the protagonist of the game goes on a date with one of the characters. And the date you go on depends on all the actions you have taken up to that point in the game. So you can either go on the date with Eris, Tifa, Yuffie, or you can go with Barrett. And that's the funny one, is like, they're not gay canonically, but they just go as friends, which means none of the female characters at all liked the protagonist enough to go. So it's kind of like, okay, so you get to go with Barrett. So it's kind of like the Easter egg in the game. Like, you really have to work hard to balance how much each one dislikes you in order to go on the date with Barrett. But instead, what I was thinking about doing is changing that for people that stream the game, so that instead of the streamer's choices mattering, you give chat control by making them do some kind of a bit war. So like they do, like, you know, so they do some kind of a cheer for a specific person. So like you create a bit war. I need to check the Twitch terms of service to see whether or not streamers would be allowed to do that or not. I think they would, but I don't know whether or not you can use bits as voting for things on a stream or not. So if you are allowed to, then we'll probably wire that up, and so streamers can basically give chat control over that one. And I have a feeling Barrett's going to win a couple of times. Just for the fun of it. Doing this in old BASIC would be easy with peek and poke. Yeah, Codebase Alpha. There are a lot of ways to do that, but no, we're doing it because we have a nice GUI as well, and it's pretty decent. I intend to make that GUI be .NET Core at some point for no other reason than just that, you know, why not? But should be fun. Yes. Sort of. Very limited memory access, because we're not actually ever taking... So this is one of the big things I should mention, Miha. For security reasons, never, ever, ever is the value that the person types into Twitch ever able to be used there. We are always taking their values and converting them to something that we control on our end. So, for example... we are very careful about, like, those named pieces. So like when you type in the color orange, for example, you aren't really getting control over what goes into memory. You are getting limited to a set of 140 predefined values that go into memory. And as far as colors are concerned, because we take that up, chop that into essentially the, you know, byte at a time for each one of those colors pieces, and do individual byte manipulation, we're very careful about that one. So, but yes, you are correct. There's definitely security concerns when you give Twitch access to overwrite memory in a running application. But hey, that's the fun of it, right? So, cool stuff. Figured I'd show that. Because it was a neat little project I was working on. The other little project that I'm working on is this one. All these colors that are going around on the stream. I want to add that in. So I'm thinking about adding that into our chatbot. The overlay that we've got here. And that's this one. Which you've probably all noticed at least a little bit. So... Whoops. There we go. So, for example, the overlay here on this stream is also now customizable again to any color. So, funny enough, that does the same. It doesn't work the same way, but it does the same feature that the other one does. So, it just doesn't do it the same way. We're going to wire that up so that it's probably going to do... So, I was hoping to not do SignalR with it because I was hoping that we could just keep that as a static file so it could always be running. But I think what we'll do is... yeah, so link slumps, we are going to do something with it. We probably won't do Pac-Man because, again, we don't want to get sued. I love not getting sued. It's really nice. And then, in addition to that, we are going to do some fancy stuff with that. I'm hoping that I can convince Mark Miller to come on and help me with that. But that's going to require, convincing Mark Miller to come on and help me with that. Because he's good at actually making cool effects and stuff. So if I could do this, just adjusting the hue to whatever color we need, using some actual animations for these lines, and things like that, then I think that would be awesome. I think chat should control the language your windows run. I don't think so. SNB, nope, that doesn't sound fun. Yes, Mark is a wizard at a number of things. Hilariously, some of the skills that I have that people think I'm a wizard for, I did learn from Mark. I will admit that. There are a couple of spells I know that Mark taught me. So good friend to have. I highly recommend it. He's an awesome guy. Okay, a couple of things I want to mention. If anyone is in here and hasn't yet, be sure to join our Discord once I find out why my bot's not running. Well, you know what? I don't care why my bot's not running. I'm just going to start it. Yeah, see, it's funny. SNB's like, I'll shout out to Code Rushed, but the bot's not running, so it doesn't matter. There we go. So first off, Discord link. So I highly recommend people check out our Discord. And if you are interested in contributing to any of the projects we build here on stream, take a look at our GitHub. We do lots of cool stuff. Not all of it is editing memory locations in Final Fantasy VII while the game is running. Some of it's as simple as working on websites, like what our description says we're doing, which is what we did for most of the stream. And Code Rushed. Which I will put that link to Code Rushed in there. So that's Mark Miller's channel. Really awesome guy, does some really fancy stuff. He is a wizard through and through. He has the beard and everything to prove it. Okay, so yeah. Couple of things. If you want to check out any of the archives of any of our streams here, check them out on the video section here on Twitch or over on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/c/devchatter. Also, if you're interested, you can follow me on Twitter to get notified about all kinds of stuff that's going on. I post random stuff about tech things, so if you are interested, most of what I do is nerdy or techie. I do not generally get involved in any kinds of discussions about religion, politics, or anything like that. If I do it, it's only very, very loosely, tangentially related, etc., because it is usually related to something nerdy. And lastly, we are going to be streaming again on Saturday from about 1 to 3. That's our usual time. I'm not thinking of any reason why our stream wouldn't happen at the regular schedule this Saturday, so I hope to see you all for that one. You can find our schedule down below the stream. We stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays here, so lots of good stuff there. I mean, you do have to be a moderator to use the shout-out command there, Calvin. And same thing there, Link Slums. But yes, no, Calvin is actually really awesome. I think Calvin might have been streaming before I was. I don't remember. But if you were, that was a long time ago. I'll put a link to Calvin in the chat. That's fine. Either way, Calvin, are you going to be at Groves? Yeah, Groves was here earlier. Am I going to see you at Stir Trek? I think Groves is going to be there. I know Crimson Green's going to be there. No Stir Trek. What? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so first off, if you enjoyed any of our stream today, whether it was the stuff we were doing on the DevStreams website in C# and ASP.NET Core, or whether you enjoyed the cool aside we did, we were taking a look at what we were doing in Final Fantasy VII, and I'm not kidding, we really were. So if you missed that part, check out the video in this episode, because I wrote a little application that lets us control the menu colors in Final Fantasy VII from Twitch chat. By just literally overwriting the memory. First off, that's scary to give Twitch access to overwriting memory, but second, it's hilarious because the menu just changes constantly to absurd colors, and it's fun. So no matter what the reason, if you enjoyed any of our stream, be sure to click that follow button to make sure you get notified when we go live. And I do want to make sure that I raid someone at the end of our stream today, so don't go anywhere, because I do want to make sure that we do that, as that is, well, assuming that there's someone who I follow that is still live, then we are going to head over there and take a look. React/Gatsby. Sure, congratulations, Robert Tables. You are getting rated again. Good job with your timing. So please stick around. Here's what I want you to do. So I'm going to roll our credits before we head over there. But when we head over there, I want you all to, if you've got our hype emotes, spam the hype emotes when you get there. So just, you know, the DevChatter hype emote. If you don't have those, just type DevChatter raid into the chat to say hi to Robert Tables when we get there. And for now, I am going to roll our credits. And I want to make sure that I thank everybody that helped us out today. So that includes our moderators, which I'm going to claim Codebase Alpha as a moderator. We got new follower, Mr. Brew, and Upgrading Dave and Lemons. Thank you very much for those subs. Always appreciated. And I will see you all on Saturday. Take care, happy coding, and have a good one.